Interesting stories. Interesting people. Welcome to the Humble Badger Podcast.
Thank you for listening to this podcast today. Follow us at The Humble Badger on Twitter and Facebook, or at The Humble Badger Podcast on Instagram. This episode is brought to you with the help of our promotional partners at Keyclef Productions. They are sprinkling a touch of magic onto your next musical event. You can find out more about how to become a supported artist or how to hire a supported artist at keyclefproductions.com. My name is Pablo Dawson, and I am your host for this episode. I am an event host and an MC, a dramedian, and I've even been accused of being a D-list celebrity in this city. But here I am hosting the Humble Badger Podcast, so look at me now. And we always start off with some random information or a question from the listeners. And this one is also a listener question. They said, why don't we talk about your first karaoke experience and do you remember it? And I do remember it. We were in a hotel in Chatham for some reason, Chatham, Ontario. And they had karaoke there. And I decided to do a very simple song. It was just one from the Righteous Brothers. I do not have the range to pull that off. I tried. I'm not sure how well I did. They had the words on the screen. And that's the first time I actually learned the words to that song, because up until that point, I had been making it up. I'd like to know what my co-host's first karaoke experience was like, if she remembers.
Oh my goodness, not really. It was quite foggy. Probably back in first year university. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having me on the podcast. It's Melissa Manish, international here. Salsa coach, confidence coach, best-selling author, and international speaker. I am so happy to be here. Thank you, Pablo.
And we're happy to have you.
Hey. Yeah, karaoke is a thing in our family. I said, we need it. We need more of that in our life. My daddy was a singer-songwriter. Mm-hmm. Shout out to daddy.
So your first karaoke experience was in a foggy karaoke, or you were foggy?
Yeah, I think I was a little foggy.
Oh, okay. I was going to say it's like karaoke down by the docks or something. It was just a weird thing. I think our guest might know a thing or two about karaoke.
Well, yes, I am Sugar Shane Lothian of Sweet Sounds Karaoke. I peddle books to the community. I'm a singer of songs, and I act on the side. But yes, I am a huge supporter of karaoke. My first experience was quite literally about 12 years ago now.
Really? It's only been 12 years?
Only 12 years. At the Devil's Harp, what formerly known as the Devil's Harp, but my timid self was singing backup for two of my best friends on Macho Man by the Village People. So I was the guy in the background since she's saying Macho Man, yeah, the entire song. That was me. That was my first experience.
Well, at least you started off. At least you started off trying to be a little bit like in the background, not me. I decided I'm going to start with the Righteous Brothers. It was a colossal and spectacular failure.
It's a great song.
It is a great song. I mean, the Righteous Brothers, their whole album, I could just listen to back to back. But so Shane, you do produce various karaoke events throughout the GTA. You definitely, I think, see the whole range of abilities when it comes to singing. And of course, not to embarrass anybody, but did you ever have anybody get up there and then just like quit halfway through the song?
That actually happens almost on a weekly basis.
Oh, really?
Someone will tackle a song that's maybe too big for them, or they just realize.
What, you mean like me?
Well, not even that. Just sometimes, even though the words are on the screen, they kind of get intimidated.
Yeah.
And then maybe like halfway or 3/4 of the way through the song, you're like, you know what? Can we just wrap it up early? And I'm like, it's okay, I'll fade you out.
Yeah,
it's a regular thing.
That is actually a braver thing to do than what I did. Because I made the entire hotel lobby of 7 people listen to me trying the Righteous Brothers the entire way through. I forget the name of the song. It's that one in the Ghost movie.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my girl,
Oh,
yeah, that one. I'm not even going to try it.
Unchained Melody.
Yeah, Unchained Melody. That's what it's called. That's right. I forgot the name. Yeah, so for sure. For sure.
Well, definitely chain me up, Shane. I love that voice of yours. Sweet Sounds Karaoke. Shane, I love this. I mean, you're Sugar Shane. What makes you so sweet?
Blame my mother.
A shout out to Shane's mom there.
Yeah, she raised me to be a gentleman. What can I say?
Aw, Mama, thanks, Mom.
He's definitely a gentleman. He showed up in a suit and everything. Forgot how hot the studio is here because clearly he didn't listen to all episodes of the Humble Badger podcast when I complained about that repeatedly. But
so hot in her. Wow. We were trying to get at the sweetness. Let's dig a little deeper in that sweetness there, Shane. I mean, seriously, thank you so much for everything you do. This particular pet project of yours, how did you even get started?
yeah, good question.
Oh, wow. Well, I first started hosting 9 years ago through a good friend of mine, Reuven. For whatever reason, he thought that I was capable of being a host.
Okay.
Where, again, like I'm a natural introvert. I'm very soft-spoken, despite what people may think.
You get a few drinks in him, it's a little different, right?
I don't even need liquid.
He doesn't need the liquor. He just needs the sweet sound.
But yeah, it's he kind of was my gateway into that world because I grew up in a family that loved song. Like my mom would always be singing old hymns, and my dad actually was an Elvis impersonator at Stage West back when that was a thing. So I always, growing up, had music in our household, and so I've always kind of secretly sang, but being a timid person, something I hid from a lot of people until my early 20s.
Yeah.
My buddy dragged me to a karaoke show, and then I just floodgates open, like I said.
Release that in a ninja. So
I started off doing karaoke, and then it migrated to DJing weddings and doing corporate functions. But I'm happy that I can do something that I love.
Right.
Which is to sing and help people sing.
Yeah.
And just business has been going good.
It's extremely important that you
well, you're
that
so
you do
popular.
something
That's
that
why
you
we wanted to make sure we bring you on in.
It's really important that you do something that you enjoy. And with karaoke, now can you explain to some of our listeners who may not know, what is the essential difference between, let's say, if you're starting out and you're a secret singer, as you said that you once were, which is what the patrons of the hotel lobby asked me to return to after my karaoke performance. But if you are an aspiring artist, why would I go to a karaoke event maybe to hone my skills versus an open mic?
Well, I do both. So I guess the comfortable thing about an open mic is that you can kind of sing in your own key. But when you're an amateur singer, you don't even know what those sorts of things are. Yeah. So just being able to sing with an instrumental track and being able to practice, because the words are going to be on the screen, so you don't have to worry about memorizing anything. And like through doing the same songs over and over again becomes muscle memory to the point that eventually you won't have to look at the screen, and then you can focus on your performance. Yeah. And then once you've gotten to that stage, then you're ready for an open mic. It's just a matter of, do you play an instrument? Do you need all these other sort of things? But karaoke is good for the amateur singer in the sense that if you've ever wanted to know what you sound like on a big stage with the full sound system and a microphone, because if you're singing in your car, you're singing in your shower, that's one thing. But
when I do that, Freddie Mercury is singing on the track, right? When you take Freddie Mercury's voice out, then it's just my voice. And isn't it funny, Melissa? I think you being an experienced singer yourself, when you hear the instrumental track, it sounds different than when you hear like the full song, right?
Absolutely, right? It throws you off. Yeah. So it's a powerful way to experiment with your own voice, number one. Number two, experiment with stage presence. Number three, experiment with building your own confidence. And I have to say, of course, I'm a confidence coach. Shane, I observe you. I've also seen so much of your popularity online. Are you utilizing social media at all right now to help popularize this karaoke night that you host?
Yes, I do. I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram primarily. I'd like to give a shout out to my social media person, Joey. She keeps me humble. But
see what he did there?
Yeah, she creates all the posters, and whereas I do a lot of the pictures and the videos. But we like to make our singers feel like they are stars when we're up there. As I like to say for my shows, it's the no judgment zone. Like whether you are the best of singers or the worst of singers, as long as you're enjoying yourself and having fun and just being able to bring the inner star out of you, that's the objective of my shows.
No, and that's,
So
and that's really important. I mean, Shane will only judge you on the way home in his car, but nobody else is there, so you can't
that's
hear him.
100% correct.
Exactly. Shane, you're working hard putting all these events together, these karaoke events and everything. What do you do to unwind? What do you do to have fun and relax?
Funnily enough, I sing.
It's
part of what is, I guess, so beneficial of being a karaoke host. I love to sing on my downtime. It's very cathartic for me, and so I'll go to other people's karaoke
Are they
shows.
Elvis songs that you go to?
I
since,
avoid
you know?
Elvis.
Oh.
I may know all of his songs through and through,
Yeah,
but just
thanks,
by
Dad.
virtue of my father, I just can't do it anymore.
Have you ever had a businessman from Japan show up at one of your karaoke events?
Korea.
Oh, from Korea, but not from
Korea.
Japan.
Not quite from Japan.
Yeah, and the reason I asked that, of course, karaoke started in Japan, and it is a Japanese word which means empty orchestra, and it's, of course, very popular in Japan, and that is kind of the stereotype that it's only Japanese businessmen. But nowadays, I think you would agree that all ages, all ranges of people can enjoy karaoke.
Oh, for sure. And
Yeah.
just the friendships I've even made through being a karaoke host. Some people from all walks of life, ages. I have kids as young as 6 sing at my shows, as
wow.
old as their 70s, 80s.
Love seeing that.
Just a wide variety of people. So it's very, very welcoming to everyone. Like
Well,
Mississauga is. It's very
Exactly.
multicultural.
Well, I hope that experience with this wide range of people will help you in our next segment, Rapid Fire.
Oh.
All right, let's do this.
Are you ready?
I'm born ready.
He was born ready. Yes, okay. Well,
Not
let's
me.
go.
I'm all shook up. Okay, well, rapid fire. Question number 1, train or plane?
Plane.
Oh, why?
I agree with him.
I've always had this fascination with flight.
Oh,
Even
yeah?
though I can say I'm afraid of heights, I love roller coasters. When I'm on a plane, I'm a little kid. I'm looking out the window.
I know. So
Like it's
same
just
here.
just the
Yes.
technology and just it's one of those things that no matter how many times you do it, it's still amazing to me just to say that I'm flying over the ocean.
You know what? That's good to hear. I'll give you a ding for that because because honestly, I sometimes we lose focus, and like I am here with the rapid fire segment not being rapid. But the thing is that when we're on the flight and we get focused and we're complaining about the peanuts and whatever, and you know, we got to wait for the bathroom and whatnot, we don't realize we're in a metal tube flying at 38,000 feet above the air. Like it's amazing. We couldn't even do that 100 years ago. We couldn't do that 50 years ago at that altitude. So it is quite amazing. I agree with you 100%.
There's so many things in life that when you really break it down, like even though it's old hat to some people, like it's still fascinating and amazing that we're capable of doing these things.
I like that.
Okay, your next rapid fire question. Sneakers or sandals? And no, both is not a correct answer.
Oh, wow. I hate both, to be honest. But if I have to pick
He's
one,
barefoot right now, folks.
I'll say sneakers.
Oh,
Sneakers.
I'll say
sneaky.
Sneaky, yeah.
That's it. Nikes or Adidas?
I don't really care as long as they look nice.
Okay, that wasn't my real rapid fire. I was really rapid for that one. I was rabid. Comic book or comic strips?
Ooh.
I'm a comic book geek. I worked in the store for 16 years. Like, that's
Oh,
my-
really?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite? I mean, is it a wrong question to say, like, what's your favorite comic book character?
Don't even do that to me.
Oh, see, there you go. He's not gonna- Can you go DC or Marvel?
Oh, I read both.
Oh, you read both. Okay. Sounds good. I prefer Marvel
I'm a
myself.
hardcore comic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hardcore, but also super modern. He's like, no judgment-free zone.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, judgment-free.
So that was not my real rapid fire question either. So I'll ask you, car or truck?
Whoa. Car.
Car. Okay. Any reason?
Faster the better. Like, always had a need for speed.
A need for speed, eh? Okay. Well, Cat Shane going 200K after a karaoke event. We're not going to talk about that though. Well, Shane, that's it for rapid fire. But now we move on to the trivia portion. And as you know from listening to the podcast episodes, which you can find out how to listen to at thehumblebadger.com, we do a trivia section at the end. It's not about what you know or don't know, but what we can all learn together. And since you are Sugar Shane, your trivia topic is sugar.
Oh, it's going to be
You see what we did
terrible.
there?
Pablo, you're so smart.
So according to our friends at worldatlas.com, can you name the top sugarcane producing country in the world?
In the world? Colombia.
Colombia is 7th. The answer we're looking for is Brazil. Brazil. So we've learned that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I love sugarcane. You ever had like sugarcane scrapes or sugarcane juice? Like, that's just awesome. How many grams of sugar are in an average size apple?
Grams?
Yeah.
What's
sugar content?
Let's say 8.
Grams per 100 grams.
We'll say like natural sugar. 8.
8?
I'm gonna guess.
That's
8.
not bad. That's 10. I'll give him half a ding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, even for the last one. A little, come on.
I'll give him
How
half a
about
ding.
just a little bit?
Okay. And there are, I can't even pronounce it. So you have glucose. Can you name another element that exists in sugar?
What, fructose?
Yes, there you go. We just like hearing the dings. But you know that if you listen to the show. I want to very much thank our guest for coming on the Humble Badger podcast. That's all the time we have for today. I would like to thank DJ Sugar Shane.
Yeah.
And you can follow him at DJ Sugar Shane.
Well, Sweet Sounds Karaoke.
At Sweet Sounds Karaoke.
On Facebook and Instagram.
There you go. You can get the tags off of our social media posts, or you can find them in the YouTube video when that releases as well. We would also like to thank very much our dynamic and entertaining co-host for today, Melissa Moniz. Thank you for coming on to the show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. And Shane, it's awesome to meet you officially through the radio waves.
We would also like to thank our promotional partners at Keyclef Productions, sprinkling a touch of magic onto your next musical event. Find out more at keyclefproductions.com. For any inquiries from anyone, please visit thehumblebadger.com for contact information about us, or send us a message through social media. I want to thank our crew as well as you for tuning in. Signing off from the set here at Trax Ahead Studio, my name is Pablo Dassin. Wherever you are and whatever you do, remember to follow your passion.
Thank you for tuning in to the Humble Badger podcast. For more information, please visit thehumblebadger.com. The Humble Badger podcast is produced by the Pablo Dawson Company. Context matters. See you next time.